Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to 726 right here in Harrison, Arkansas. We're back in the saddle again, aren't we?
We're
So our
back.
first show, let's see, no, actually I did a show without you two weeks ago. And you were down in
Bonaire.
Bonaire. What is?
Bonaire is about 50 miles off the coast of northern Venezuela. It's down by Aruba.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Oh.
Did a little scuba diving.
how'd you get down there? Paddle boat?
Sure, Dan.
I didn't know.
It really wasn't a terrible, from Miami, it was like a 3-hour flight, so it wasn't really too bad,
really?
actually. But, yeah,
What do you fly across the Panama Canal that direction, or is it?
no.
I don't know where Venezuela
Over
is. It?
Haiti and...
Oh, okay, so it's on that
Port-au-Prince.
side of the
Uh-huh.
hemisphere. Okay.
So,
Never been there.
well, I was there last year, actually.
Oh, okay. So it's
So,
those stomping grounds for you.
well, sure. And we stayed at the same dive resort we stayed at last year.
And but for people that don't know, you take these trips and they're basically based on scuba diving.
And I mean, the resort we stay in that's what they do. You store your gear in a locker there, and they take, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
the water-
beautiful.
was
The
the wa-
reef there is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I took some pictures, but they just don't do it justice.
Yeah.
And they also do reef restoration. They'll grow certain types of coral on like these metal trees that you can go, look at.
Oh, okay.
But due to whatever, people touching them and other things, corals dying. So
Oh, when you touch it, the coral dies.
it can die. So yeah.
Hmm.
So they do that, and then they go transplant
So
them
do
in
they keep
different
you
areas.
from touching the coral? Do they
Well,
ask you
when
not
you
to?
go, the first thing you do is called the checkout dive, and what you do is get your buoyancy to where you can hover above and not
Right. Oh, okay.
touch.
They don't want you
That's the
near
whole-
it.
No. They
So
don't.
is there shipwrecks and things like that? Do you
There's
look
a
by, or
shipwreck
just?
there called Hilma Hooker. I guess, yeah, and it's about 100 feet down when you on the deepest part.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's really kind of a neat. There's a neat.
You get to
story
go
behind
in it and all that stuff?
Well,
then?
it's on its side, and
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you
Just gotta fly
can't
around,
really,
yeah.
I mean, there's nothing really to go in.
So what's the appeal that keeps you wanting to go back? The places or what
I
you
like
get
to dive
see?
different places, but you see different animals and different reef systems on every place you go.
monkeyfish
But
and-
I like to see the big things, like the creatures, the critters, and this was more reef oriented because a lot of the fish are the same in places that we've gone, but we're in the Caribbean, so I'd like to dive a different ocean as well. I think we dove in Costa Rica, which was the Pacific,
Yeah.
and saw it was right when the manta rays were starting to come through, that was really a neat dive trip. But,
Do you go by yourself or do you go with a group?
oh,
or-
Richard and I went, and we'd go with some friends sometimes. And they were talking about wanting to go to Fiji, but if you know where Fiji is,
Yeah, it's
like over
yeah.
Australia,
like-
that way,
yeah.
I thought, I don't want to. I mean,
You
I
don't
would
wanna go
love
that
to do
far.
it sometime, but that's a long way to fly, and
What's on your bucket list? You got to check
Right.
that off, right?
but we're kind of seeing what we want to do next, and
Mm-hmm.
always thinking.
Well, I want to do some extra trails around here.
Do you?
The ones I've never been to before.
Well,
That's-
and
that's-
so you know what that feels
Yeah.
like. You're
Yeah. So I've never been on Hemmed In Hollow. Never been on that trail.
seriously. Oh
Seriously.
well, I've not been. I mean,
I've not been
from
down to the bottom,
from the bottom, but
but just a hiking trail that and it's.
I heard it's quite
yeah,
rigorous.
it's quite rigorous, and the times you want to go is when everybody's there. and
Right.
It's one of the more popular ones, so I'd always try to find those out of the way bushwhack trails.
You can always float and go see it
You
that way.
can, yeah.
No, not an no.
Eh.
Maybe not.
So I'm glad you're back. Had a good time. And,
Very much so.
The weather's always changing here.
The weather
what
was
was
like
it?
culture shock. We left Bonaire. It was 85 degrees. We landed Exonay. It was 20. Send me back. I was like, ugh. But anyway,
Oh, well, glad you're back.
thank you.
We got a good show for you this week, and we want to go through the list.
Well, I think we will. How
Let's-
about that?
why
Up
don't you do
first,
that?
We will have Clinton Nichols with the Harrison Fire Department. Drury Wynn is here with New Beginnings School of Cosmetology. And Wanda Massengale is here to represent the Ozark Humane Society, and she has Maxie with her, a cute little pup. Stay with us. We'll go to break, And when we return, Clint Nichols will be here in the hot seat.